Hey everybody, this is our team, and in this project we were trying to predict the success of retail establishments in New York. So, imagine you live in the beautiful city of New York, and you own the business. So, how would you determine which one the spot is the best for your business? In our case, it was Subway. Why did we pick Subway? Well, Subway we picked because it was like a mediocre average number of check-ins, and also it was like average number of locations in our data set, so we picked it. Also, we extracted like geographical features and mobility features to develop our data. The problem why we picked like just Subway is because the project is pretty big. It's pretty hard to determine which like every business what's the best spot for it. So we just picked a Subway as a restaurant, but it's not a restaurant. So yeah. It's kind of complicated, and you're probably like questioning yourself when I'm talking about, and I'll just guide you through a little. So this is all our venues from the data set. It's like everything. It can be like banks, it can be restaurants, and also like everything that you could imagine that had the Foursquare. From that, we kind of like subset our category. In our category, we thought about like sandwiches and fast food. Like Subway is kind of restaurant as McDonald's, but you don't think about the Subway as a restaurant, right? So that was our like competitors. And from that we got to our Subway. And I would like to continue, but probably features will explain Kate and.
So basically we build our model from two major data sources. The first one is Foursquare check-ins and New York Yellow Taxi. For those who may not know what is check-in is, so it's basically the activity of you checking in your phone in particular place. And we extracted from the data some features that can be divided into two main categories: the geographical and mobility features. But let's have a look at some examples. So this is a distribution of check-ins in New York City for Subway venues, and as we expected, the Manhattan area has the highest dance and the largest number of check-ins. And about some mobility features, gonna talk Mariana.
Okay, thank you. So, mobility features. Mobility features are all about transitions of people from one place to another place. And as was already said, we had two data sets to track them. We extracted six features. I unfortunately can't tell you about all of them, but I can show you. Two of them, I guess. Which way? Yeah. So please click the hyperlink. We've visualized the incoming flow features. That's basically how many people checked in outside of the area and then checked in inside of the area, the particular venue we were talking about. And yeah, you can see the visualized week. You can see the daily increase and nightly decrease. And that you also can see that Sunday is not really an active day of the week. Yeah, so that's it. I would probably move to another one, to the presentation. So also we visualized the same features, but for taxi, and these were more complete. You can also see how movement is going on, not only in the city itself, but also to nearby airports. And yeah, so that's basically it. That's all about features. And about the modeling.
Thank you. So for our problem, the feature engineering was like the most important part because the features, as you can see, are not so like easy and obvious. But I will go on with the modalities. So. No. Yeah. Okay, so the idea was to predict the number of check-ins for exact spot, and based on this number to predict the best spots where we can play the business itself in the city of New York. And so the problem was the regression, and for this we used some algorithms, for example, the different types of linear regression and decision tree regression, and we also done the hyperparameters optimizations. Do you remember this slide? And we can see all the subways in the New York area. So we divided it to the train and test data, and so we picked like 20% of random restaurants as a test data, and so we can see that the test data is well distributed through the whole area of New York, and but the best spots, like the restaurants which have the more the biggest part of check-ins, are situated in Manhattan. Okay, here is it. So our goal was to predict that these places are the best. And firstly was the goal to build a model. First we would done the features, to look through the features, and we can see that they are very highly correlated. It means that we cannot use the algorithms that use the gradient descent. So our matrix was the NDCG, which is the ranking matrix, because in fact we are solving the ranking problem. We were training our model based on this matrix, and that is how our models performed. And that is that was not the surprise that the best performance showed the XGBoost, which is not so dependent on the correlation, as it used the decision trees. And so then we decided to look. There is the results, and then we decided to look which features themselves made the biggest influence on our model, and we looked at the best regressor, which showed the best result, the XGBoost, and what we can see that all the features showed somehow similar influence to the model, except the taxi features. So what is next? So that is how the model performed. That is our goal. I mean, the best features in the test set. That is our predict of our model, and we can compare them. Here is it. So our model picked the 8 out of 10 restaurants, but also the 2 which were not picked correctly, they're also in the high dense area. If you ever wonder, can we do it better? Sure. Thank you.
Okay, and we have last projects. Last one, but not the least, of course.